This week we had huge updates on the Supergirl film for the DCU, Avengers Doomsday news, Dune 4 and more. Getting into Supergirl, it was announced on Monday that Jason Momoa has been cast as Lobo for the film, currently set to release on June 26, 2026. Production is set to start as early as January 13th, so we could be seeing set photos as soon as filming begins. The film should look similar to Alice Garland movies, since the cinematographer behind all his films, Rob Hardy, will be the DP for Supergirl, and he's also the same cinematographer as Mission Impossible Fallout. This casting seems to confirm that every actor from the DCEU is gone, except for Gunn's Suicide Squad characters. It is a very confusing situation with the old and new cast, however we do know that Peacemaker Season 2 releasing in August will clear some of that up too. David Leitch, the director behind Deadpool 2, Bullet Train and The Fall Guy, says he wants to do a Lobo solo film with Jason Momoa, but nothing more has been said. Next story I have is that Daredevil is seeming to appear in Avengers Doomsday. This is not confirmed like Jason Momoa is his Lobo, however Daniel RPK, a very reliable scooper who actually reported the Lobo casting in July, also reported on Monday that Daredevil will appear in Avengers 5. Supporting this is that Jim in Australia made a social media post claiming that Charlie Cox had been training for a role in the next Avengers film there. This indicates to us that Matt Murdock will have quite a significant role, as if it's just a cameo like No Way Home, there'd be no need to begin training since he wouldn't need to do any stunts. And while we're here, the first trailer for Daredevil Born Again should also be releasing this month. Next up was that Dune 4 is reported to be in early development at Warner Brothers. This comes after the huge success that was Dune Part 2, where the studio has already greenlit Dune 3 titled Dune Messiah. Denis Villeneuve is currently working on the script for the third film, with Hans Zimmer returning for the score and Lena Sandgren, the DP behind La La Land, Babylon, No Time to Die, Saltburn and more, will come on as cinematographer, replacing Greg Fraser as he works on the Batman Part 2. Also with this Dune 4 report was that Denis Villeneuve will not return to direct, which seems fit considering he's already said in interviews that if he was to do a Dune 3, it would be his last film in the franchise. Moving on to Christopher Nolan's next film, The Odyssey, releasing July 17th of next year. Currently, the cast includes Tom Holland, Matt Damon, Zendaya, Anne Hathaway, Lupita Nyong'o, Robert Pattinson and Charlize Theron, with that inevitably expanding. Ludwig Göransson is the first crew member to be added as a composer, returning from both Tenet and Oppenheimer. We had some new updates this week, being that filming will happen from January to April 2025, filming in the UK, Morocco and Rome. This is big as there are still more cast members to add, so expect a lot more casting announcements this month. One of which could be Robert Downey Jr., as the same site that has the Odyssey listed to start production features RDJ on the cast list. This would mark his second collaboration with Nolan after just winning Best Supporting Actor at the Oscars for Oppenheimer. Daniel RPK has also recently reported that Nolan is already planning his next film after the Odyssey, with Robert Downey Jr. being planned to star. This is big news, as Nolan usually drops every 3 years, but we could see that a lot earlier if Nolan is already planning ahead. Some smaller but noteworthy news is that Robert Kirkman, the creator of the Invincible show, said that they're aiming for around 8 seasons of the show, with season 3 currently set to debut on February 6th. Along with that, R.L. Stine, the author of Goosebumps but also Fear Street, has said that Netflix are working on 3 brand new Fear Street films. This comes after we already know that a new film in the franchise is releasing later this year based on the Prom Queen book. Also to cover is Mr. Freeze potentially being the villain of the Batman 2, Andrew Garfield's comments on Spider-Man 4, with many more updates on TV and film which can all be found on my TikTok or daily shorts on this channel. Thanks for watching.